Hey there. Welcome to this episode of the Back Channel. If you followed any of my content before, you'll probably see some of my stuff around decks, how long decks should be, how you should put decks together. In that content, you might hear me say something like decks should be 10 to 12 slides plus infinity slides long. And usually when I say that, what I'm referring to is the use of the appendix. I usually say people should write their deck, make the core slides 10 to 12 slides long, but know that they can put tons and tons of content into the appendix, which will be very valuable for a VC to refer to later. That will be very valuable for you to refer to as you're pitching live. If someone has a question, you can refer to slides in the appendix, and it doesn't have to clutter that core, clear 10 to 12 slides that really gives a punchy, impactful story. I love this approach so much that I started applying that approach to other communications that are important in fundraising for sure, but also business and in life overall. And that main application has been in email. This is a new thing for me, and I super love it. So the idea is a lot of times when you're emailing somebody and you have an ask, you have something that they need to review, and there's a personal relationship, you end up getting into this weird state where you write this email that's like maybe one sentence of personal, then it gets blended in describing the thing that you need them to review. Maybe you want their company to sponsor a podcast. Maybe you want them to think about connecting you to a great business development contact or an investor. And so what you end up with is this really long email that has some personal voice to it, some personal connection, but quickly goes into this weird business tone and salesy tone. And it makes the whole thing feel disingenuous, a little bit synthetic, kind of fake. And I always hated the feeling of what I wrote in those emails, but it didn't feel like there was a way to solve for that problem until I started thinking about the appendix. Like many of you, my last venture-backed startup was a SaaS business. In that company early on, we had the opportunity to sell into a large enterprise, but ran into some walls when they asked us if we were SOC 2 certified. Not only were we not certified, we also found out that it would take our small team a ton of time to get that done, and so we ended up abandoning the deal. If you haven't run into a situation like that where a potential customer or investor is asking if you're SOC 2, HIPAA, GDPR, or ISO 27001 certified, you probably will soon. But unlike me, you could use a company called Vanta to help. Vanta helps automate up to 90% of the compliance work, getting you audit ready in weeks rather than months, and eliminating up to 85% of the costs. Not only that, but Vanta can start small with you and scale up as you grow, helping you land bigger deals and earn customer trust. The best part is, Vanta is offering funded listeners $1,000 off for going to vanta.com/funded. That's VANTA.com/funded for $1,000 off your service. Check it out. Why couldn't we just do an appendix for emails, which is what I've started doing? So now I highly recommend people take this approach to writing emails, especially business emails that are directed at somebody that you have a personal connection with. The way this works is start out the email super personal. Make it be fully personal. Use the most personal tone that you would use with that person. If you're buddies with them, where you'd be short and sarcastic and not use extra words, go use that tone. If you're super warm and loving and you'd say that to the person that you're email, use that tone too. Keep it very short, but then at the end, refer to the additional content that they should read through below. After that, you can say, boom, dump all the business content you want to. Have the tone be professional, have the tone be salesy, have the tone be whatever it needs to be, and dense as you need it to be. You already got the personal connection out in the very beginning, and that works beautifully. You can add it as a PS, you can add it as a ... overview, but try this out. I think you'll feel much more comfortable writing these emails, and I think your response rates will be much higher. Anyways, that's my new latest gem. I love it. Try out your email appendix. Let me know how it goes, and I'll see you on the next Back Channel.